Yo, how we doing? Welcome back. We're just going to be doing some more Blender stuff today. So let's get cracking. So for any of you who've not seen this before, I'm following a tutorial from Blender Guru. It is a little introductory course to Blender. So this is for like if you've never used 3D before, or you have little to no experience like me with 3D. And it teaches you how to use Blender, basic controls, and how to make a donut, which utilizes quite a lot of Blender as a whole. So, if you're interested in that kind of thing, exclamation mark tutorial. There's a link to the playlist in there. Um, Otherwise, I'm just going to get cracking on. One sec, I've just beansed my eyes. I think I accidentally made it like half a meter thick, and it's just sort of like. Oh, can we see that again? Can we see that again? Now that I know how many zeros I need to dial in. Jesus! That's half a meter of icing on a donut. Oh. Oh, I kind of want to render it. What was it? Is it F12 for render view? Oh, that's so dumb. So dumb. I love it. Yeah, that's even by my standards, that's too much icing. I was just trying to thicken it up a little. Yeah, that looks decent. Nothing hell. What a start. What a start. Right. I need to change something because I've just noticed some stuff here. So this is just going to be me sort of refamiliarizing myself with the controls a bit. Because I need to get back into edit mode. How do I access edit mode again? Um, Christ, how do I get back into edit mode? Oh, here we go. Edit mode. Yeah, we've got like got some like rogue bits down here that can be sort of uh, removed. Dissolve edges. Yeah, we've got these little weird bits here. Just want to remove them. There we go. Push this one back. Oh boy. Not what we want to do. That's more like it. There. That sort of looks more like a reasonable shape now. That needs to go along the z-axis some. There we go. Same with that one. This should get rid of the excess. Almost. How many of these are there? There we go. Right. Oops, I'm inside the donut. That's not where I want to be. It's just a grab. There. Not ideal. Still sticking out quite a bit. So we want to grab and move that along the y-axis quite a bit. Same for that one. How are we looking now? Better. Much better. In fact, I'm going to grab that and pull it out a little. And we can work with that. Any other rogue bits that I was seeing? No? Cool. We can go back to objects mode. Cool. Right. I've sort of tidied that up a bit now. So hopefully, going forward, this will be easy. Right. What were you saying before I fell apart at 1/2 meter of icing on a donut? Oh, hello. Ooh. Okay, that looks a bit better. I need to go back there because I missed that bit. Where's airbrush? Okay. You haven't told me where that setting is. Okay, cool. Now we know where it is. Right. Stroke method, airbrush. Cool. Up the radius, probably to about 150. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, God. There. That sort of made it look a bit more right. One sec. I'm just going to change my Twitch category. I think that will be worth doing. Yeah, that's better. That'll probably be a bit more accurate now. Cool. Right, back to it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're getting there. The tutorial mate is just talking about donut shops and things, and now I'm really craving a donut. Okay, that'll do. That will do. Right, so we want to add a modifier here because we want to smooth out some of the jagged edges. Where is it? Subdivision surface. Already looks miles better, doesn't it? Much better. Oh, so this is the exciting bit. We're going to put some colour into things. This will be good. That's what I want. Ah. Oh, wow. Oh, now. Someone stole my sweet roll. No, yes, they did, and I'm having to make a new one. Hello, fungus-fearing cheese. What a name you have! What a name you have! Oops, I have hit the wrong thing on the wrong window. It's still blown out to hell. I move this over. How you doing, fungus? Do you know, I think that light could do with being a tad higher. Just bang that up there. How's it looking now? That's it. That's the lighting I want. That's good. It's blown out still, but we can deal with that. We can deal with that later. Oh, nice. Your matey into 3D modeling and Blender. Oh, your cat. Does your cat like donuts? Yeah, when you just said you're 17-year-old, I was like, oh, okay, cool. What kind of cat have you got? Ah, right. There is actually a way of reducing the power of the light, and I missed that completely. Where are those options? Here are those options. Yeah, I think A short-haired tuxedo cat. Oh, they're adorable. Oh, so cute. Please give the cat... What's your cat's name? That's an important question. Your cat likes kneading. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Your cat's name is Grumbles. Are you actually serious? Is that the name of your cat? That's so cute. Absolutely adorable. Oh, that's brilliant. I love your cat. Please give Grumbles a stroke or a scritch behind the ears for me. Oh, that has 100% just made my day. 100% made my day. You have a dog named Bean. What kind of dog have you got? My dog, I would show you, but his webcam has died. I've got my dog laid out next to me on a blanket. He is a long-haired Chihuahua called Tommy, and he's 13. He looks very comfortable right now. I wish I could show you. You know, I am starting to think that wattage in the hundreds might not be the right idea. Do you know what? I'm going to go bump that back up to 100 and see where I sit from there. A blonde short-haired Chihuahua mix. Oh. Do you know what mixed with what, or is it just mixed with a lot of stuff? There's somebody who lives near me who's got a Chihuahua Yorkie cross. It's adorable. So cute. There we go. That looks like a decent definition. What am I listening to at the moment? Ah, that's what. Mixed with a miniature pinscher and possibly more. Okay, fair enough. Got the little defined shit. Oh, does he sort of like strut around all proudly and everything? Just a sec. I'm maybe about to tank my graphics card. Shockingly, the graphics card doesn't even flicker at that. Okay, cool. We're okay there. Can I just rotate both of those together? Dog bongo, yes. Oh, I love the sound of your dog. I love like Bean sounds like Bean just sounds good. Do you know what? We're going to bring this in again. Uh-oh, it's the donut test again and again. Everyone does the donut test. Yeah, I'm what is it? I used Blender Christ, nearly 10 years ago. Started learning it and I then didn't go back to it. And so I'm just trying to relearn some stuff because I'm getting into because I'm trying to make videos for my YouTube channel, and I was watching a series recently on Disney Plus called Willow, and some of the special effects for it like were just great, and I really wanted to see if I can like recreate some stuff or just make stuff and learn how to just simulate a few things. So that's sort of what I'm doing. And this donut test just seems pretty good for relearning everything as well. He's a little jumping bean too, can reach up to your chest. Crikey. Tom can't do that anymore. We have to help him up and down. We have to help him up and down the sofa these days. Yeah, he still runs around like a mad beast, and he'll still do the stairs in the flat himself. No, one of my friends watched it. Me and one of my friends watched it. We actually really enjoyed it. Like, It wasn't going to be anything groundbreaking, but it was fun, which was what I wanted to see. Right, how's that render looking a bit? Possibly a little bit more to the right. You've seen someone 2D animate in 2D animate in Blender. It was a very fluid electric mind animation. Have you got a link for that? I'd be very interested in seeing that. Oh, that's a point. What's the command again? No, thank you for asking, because I think my bot would have timed you out otherwise. Permit. Let me see if I can remember the command. Also, I thought whispering got, do you know what? It really helps to spell permit correctly. Cool, there you go. You can chuck the link in chat now. And if the bot times you out or whatever, I will reverse it immediately. Ref! Referee! Oh, dear. Can you give me the name of the channel and I'll grab a link and I'll grab the link for it and see what I can do. I mean, if you can whisper me, then absolutely go for it. Can you whisper me? You can whisper somebody. I thought they got rid of that feature. Yeah, whisper it to me, Fungus. There it is. Ooh, this looks interesting. I will put that to one side and I will watch it later. And if I see you again, I will absolutely tell you what I think of it, because it does look interesting. And I'm just skimming through the preview at the moment. Holy crap, this is all in Blender. That's impressive. That's genuinely okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch that later. Gonna watch that later. Right. So for anybody who's wondering what I'm doing at the moment in Blender, we're going to be we're dealing with lighting cameras and we're going to be giving color and stuff with the grease pencil according to the end credits. God, I wish I had half that skill. Is that still a bit too bright though? Okay, yeah, that's looking a bit better. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I mean that's the kind. Oh, I just set my progress on the. I then skipped to the next video. I'm gonna just tweak where this camera it sits. There, that's better. Right, there we go. Sorry, had to find where I was again. Yeah, I've seen all like because I work in TV and stuff. I've seen quite a bit. I've seen some really interesting stuff, and it's ridiculous. Just some of the quality of animation you see, and then you also see other stuff where you're like, this should be miles better. Like one thing I can actually one thing I can actually point out here, and me and a couple of friends where I used to work discussed this. If has anybody here seen Shang-Chi, the Marvel film? You have. Okay. Do you know the scene where they're I can't remember the name of the area after they've driven through the bamboo forest and the enemies all bowl up in their jeeps and then it cuts away to the villagers, and then it cuts back to the bad guys having gotten out of their jeeps. The jeeps driving up aren't real; they're animated, and it's not until you see the two shots side by side that you notice that. And it really annoyed me because there was just this slight bit that just made them look not quite real, and that's what sort of pulled me up on it. And the thing is, if you don't look out for these things, you won't spot them. Yeah, exactly. Like, what was it? When the second Hobbit film came out, my partner and I went to see it in the cinema. My partner hates going to the cinema with me sometimes because she'll be into something and I will spot something wrong and I will lean over to her and call it out. And it was during the Hobbit where one of the dwarves is running across the bridge, and I just leant over and went, "That green screen's really obvious." Like mid film, which is like, "Shut up, Hayden. Shut up. Let me enjoy the film. Shut up with your technical know-how." Okay, what was that? Because that was important. I wasn't paying attention to that. Exactly, and like as you've probably told by the tags, I am ADHD and autism powered. So one of us. Yes, Fungus. Welcome to the crew. Welcome in. You are friend, and you are always welcome here. Okay, so uh camera. What was the section? Viewport display. Let's wind ours back in a bit. Do 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 do. Boop. Right, how's that going to look? Oh, that's lovely. Isn't that lovely? So Fungus, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you and how long have you been diagnosed? You're trying to restore some dolls you got from 2013 that had a neck peg that allowed the head to stay in and tilt. Is that sort of your go? Is that sort of your thing you just like doing? Sort of unwind your mind. 17 years. So you've been diagnosed about 10 years. Okay, fair enough. And you're getting on all right. Is that an actual hearing issue, or is it, sorry? Let me rephrase that. That was awful. Is that a separate hearing issue, or is that part of the auditory processing difficulties that come with autism? Oh wow. Uh oh. Uh oh. CPU, don't spike to 100%, please. Yeah, I understand the auditory processing. I have it relatively mildly. My issue as a kid was I used to not be able to deal with loud sounds. School bells were the absolute worst. You'd probably like I got used to. I would actually keep an eye on the clock roughly when it came to like the end of classes, so I could cover my ears when the bell was going to ring. It took me a few years before I could actually handle school bells. Um, but now it will just be a case of people might say something to me, and I will and like I will understand that they are saying words to me. Could not tell you what they said. Like it's just sound. I just it just does not get processed as language, and it's so weird when that happens. Wow, that's sensitive. No, that's fair. I respect that. That's fair. So the sounds that used to freak me out, sort of like in my teens, were sounds that this is gonna set. There's no other way I can explain it, but it's sounds that sound too slow, like they're drawn out to a point where it sounds like they should have stopped a lot earlier than they do. It's a I can't really describe it, but it's just this. It was just this really weird sensation that used to really weird me out. Yeah, there are some sounds that do just straight up do my head in, and that I can't handle. Okay, I had a double whammy in my room because I had a clock that would tick above my bed, and then I'd also hear the clock in the landing. So it would be tick, tick, tock, tock, tick, tick, tock, tock. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can still hear the rhythms drilled into my head. Oh, like, God, I don't have to hear that anymore. But weirdly, I used to really quite like clocks. Like there was this one like how can I describe it? It was sort of like this dynamic clock that had ball bearings moving around it. Like I love mechanisms. I like seeing stuff moving and working. Even if it's completely useless, if it just works in a way, I love seeing that stuff. Um Fridges are so loud. Some fridges can be. Mine's actually relatively okay, but then again, I think I've just tuned the sound out. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to love building stuff out of Connects and Lego. So Bionicles were a big thing for me because it was mechanisms. But there was a model I would make out of Connects that I built when I was about 7. So I was about 4 foot nothing, and this thing I was building was 6 feet high, and I would have to stand on a chair to put the final bits together. And all it was this machine that it was a tower, and it took a ball up a chain, threw it onto a series of switches so that when the ball landed on the switch, it would tip it and send it in one direction, and then another one would send it in another direction, and it would go down either like a track with a half loop. It would go down like a little tube that flapped because of the weight of the ball, or it would go down a little spiral and into hands that would then tip and countermeasure and counterweigh all the way down. There was another one, the loop, the flapper. Oh crumbs! What was that? What was it? Oh, and oh yeah, and then there was a set of windmills as well, and it would just do that, and you would do it on loop. But building it, putting it together, and making it work that way was just absolutely fascinating to me. So do you do like a lot of making components yourself, like getting hold of the materials and just making them yourself? I've just caught part of this side of the tutorial. All right, matey, get you with your twin Nvidia Titan RTXs. The dice goblin mentality, you say? Dice goblin, you say? Look at the pretty math rocks. Sewing is a thing I haven't done in years. I used to quite enjoy doing that at school because it was just something you could just get going through and just switch your brain off and just let the time just disappear. Like you could just lose days to it. Oof. No, I never used sewing machines for what we would do, because this was this was a very long time ago. Says the nearly 30-year-old. We did it by hand. The thing I used to hate was I used to hate threading the needles. Used to hate doing that, but once I got going, it was great. Machines were from the 80s. Ugh. Right, one sec. I just need to add something in here. Roll A, was it? No. Was it just A? Nope, not that. I've forgotten how to add stuff in. Oh, great. There we go. Just add a plane. There we go. That'll do. What's the plan with the donut, man? Hello, Rodney. Long time no see. The plan is I'm just learning to use this quite powerful software. That's the plan. That's cool. I think I did weaving once when I was like, I know I did it at one point. I can't remember how it went though. It was so long ago. But I distinctly remember doing it at some point. Just sitting above the head. I mean, that's cool that you sussed that out. Okay, good enough. So just in case, just to follow on why am I doing this? The guy's talking about rendering and particularly with shadows. So Blender has two render engines. One is Eevee, which is the one we're using now, and as you can see, the shadow looks a bit shit. If I swap over to Cycles, you can see the shadow looks a lot better and looks right. But apparently, we can correct that. We can correct it in Eevee. So I'm just watching that to figure out how. Oh, nice. How is my CPU doing with this? My CPU has been upgraded. I upgraded my processor. So I am now rocking an i7 13700K that likes to sit at 5 gigs, 5 gigahertz, has 24 logical processors, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice, all things considered. I then found out that it wasn't the CPU that was causing me grief, Rodney. It was my graphics card that was causing me grief. So, I need to upgrade my graphics card at some point. But I can't do that until after April at the earliest. So, sorry, I'm just getting a feel for this at the moment. I'm not a big fan of where the light is at the moment now. Where do we think should we move it? I think I might move it. Well, let me do it from here. Grab X. Better? Better, but not quite. Maybe? I don't know! I don't really know. What's the current specs of the current GPU you have? I have a 1660 Ti. From MSI, I believe. It's a bit hot, but dial that down. Let's try a 10-watt bulb. Okay, yeah, I'm a bit happier with that because we've got some detailing and shadows there. So how would this look? Okay, this might tank streamer moment. Stand by. Right, where do those render options go? Here we go. Stand by. Oh, that is lovely. Yeah, I do like that. I likes it. I likes it. Do we maybe raise the camera a little? Maybe? Okay, let's see how it looks now. Yeah, that's a much nicer angle. So, yeah, the current plan for me for a graphics card upgrade is if I can get either a 3070 Ti or if I find one absurdly cheap, a 3080, and make the bounce over to that. I'm not touching the 40 series of the barge pole. And unfortunately, AMD do not offer anything with enough compatibility for the stuff I do. Oh. Okay, so we've done most of the rendering bits now. We're going to move on to some materials and stuff based on the tutorial. Again, if anybody here is interested in trying out Blender, !tutorial. There is a link to the playlist of the tutorial I'm using. I'm currently on the 6th video. Which is talking about rendering and doing materials, that kind of thing. So this donut's going to stop looking grey and is start going to having some colour and life to it soon. My partner's sister was into those dolls. Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah. Oh. Right. I'm putting this out here now. What colour do you want the icing on the donut? I've had somebody request pink from me. But what do you guys fancy? What are we feeling? What are we feeling? We could make this look really wacky. Or we could make it look like a donut. What are we thinking? Neon? Neon, you say? That looks very neon. Actually, hold on a minute. If I do... No, not that one. Hue? No. No, that's not it. There we go. We can make it black. Oh, dear. Woo! Woo! God, we can... Oh, God, we can get neon colours. Imagine if I just had it animated to just go, woo! Do I want to desaturate it a bit? Not really. We'll get to that at the moment. So I'm just picking a colour, and then once I get a colour in mind, we can desaturate and make it look more correct, as it were. Yeah, some pink icing doesn't seem like a bad idea. You animated raved. That's such a good idea. Oh, I think I have an animated emote slot at the moment, actually. Hang on, I'm just gonna I'm gonna whack the saturation back up. Can somebody just clip this for me? Just clip the rave donut. We need this in existence. We need a rave donut in existence. I need people to know that this is what happened here. We had a rave donut, albeit for a short amount of time. Now I really want to animate it. Let's get back to that pink, shall we? Right, how's this going to look in cycles? Kind of okay, actually. All right, we'll have that. No worries, I can get it later. Right, where is that? There it is. Right, so this is going to be what makes it look. Ooh, it's got that sheen. It's got that donutty sheen to it now. Now we're starting to get it to look like icing. There we go. Right, I didn't see what colours you roughly where that colour was. Okay, more towards the orange end of the spectrum. Oh, we could make it look really weird. Oh, good God, no, that looks. Oh no! Some of these just look frightening now. Yeah, sorry. Let's. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's take that. I have absolutely no understanding of color theory. It's one of those things I keep meaning to sit down and learn and just do not get around to. So I just forget a lot of the time. Crikey. Sorry about that. While I'm dealing with this, I should. Color theory is guidelines but can be ignored. Excellent. Because everybody, at least once, likes to make something that looks as visually offensive as possible. Right, before I carry on, I should just I just want to do the usual like little bit of streamer plugs, all of that stuff. If you're enjoying the stream and want to see more of this kind of stuff, consider dropping me a follow. It actually is really, really helpful. I'm hoping to get up to 600 follows by June. I think that's doable. June. If you're already a follower, consider joining the Discord, because it's nice to see more people in there and get talking and sharing all their interests and everything, which is a thing I quite like. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do, and then everything else, the commands are all coming in through chat as we speak. So back to the donut. Okay, actually, that's a fair point. Let us colour the plane. Yeah, I mean, if you would like to, I leave it entirely up to you. Right. Oh, that pale green's actually quite nice. Let's have a look at it. I want to see how it looks in cycles. That's actually not half bad. Even just at a basic level, it ain't bad. Look at the little icing fold over there. I've not done too badly, all things considered. The Owl House is a very good show. A friend of mine got me into it, and then my partner started harping on at me to watch it, and she very, very cruelly got me caught up with the season 2 finale, at which point season 3 was a question mark, and we had to wait. So got to watch a really good show in one massive swoop, but then had to wait. I think we've only got one more episode of it left. Ref, the final episode comes out in April. Is it in the first half of April or the last half of April? I'm really hoping the last half. When you master Blender, you're going to make your own Lego Rock Raiders like game. Okay, so Rodney, I have a couple of Blender projects in mind. One of which I haven't actually talked about yet, but I plan to make a video around it. I want to go from making this donut to... You've seen me play Doom Eternal, right, Rodney? Or you've seen somebody play through Doom Eternal. If you know the eponymous line, you can't just blow a hole in the surface of Mars. You can with Blender. That's something I want to do. For a laugh, I just want to make something and attempt to blow a hole in the surface of Mars. So that's the first thing. The other thing I want to do is on the subject of Lego Rock Raiders, is I found a place where you can buy some of the old Rock Raiders toys, and I want to get hold of something like the Chrome Crusher or the Granite Grinder and try and rebuild it within Blender, which I think would be a really fun project. Because then not only would I be learning how to make a lot of different elements, but I would then be learning how to make the right materials, because the drills would have to be all chrome, the blocks would be a bit more matted, rubber for the tires, all that kind of stuff. So there's ideas of that. I would love to take a stab at making a Rock Raiders like game. I would genuinely love to do that. I have no real knowledge, though, of game making beyond sound design. I have done sound design for three episodes now of a visual novel. Because I made friends with some of the staff members in Studio Coattails, who are now merging with Studio Elam, and I worked on their game National Park Girls, and I worked on that from episode 3. Sound design's sort of the only experience I've had. Coding, cannot do. I just cannot. I cannot work through coding in my head. It's too much, and it leaves me with a horrendous case of choice paralysis, because I've got no idea what route I can go down. I've got no idea how to optimize it. If I got good with Blender, I would love to make the assets for a Rock Raiders-like game. That's probably years out, though. Probably not gonna. It may never happen, but I can dream. and it could happen. So maybe once I've got my graphics card upgraded, I'll look at getting myself a little Rock Raiders set. And then I'll build it and bring it to life in Blender, which could be cool. I think that would be a fun project. Right. Okay, so what we're looking at doing now is we're looking at calculating subsurface scattering, which is like how an object diffuses light. So this is going to look a bit odd. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. I thought Blender had a moment there. Ooh. There we go. Oh, we're going to be doing sprinkles soon. Ooh, that's pinned my CPU to 100% for a moment there. Oh. Oh, that's weird. It is, yes. A landslide has occurred is still my raid alert. Why do you ask? Right, where are we at? He's just talking about rendering settings at the moment, which I don't think will be of much interest to you guys in chat. So who here in chat is interested in like trying stuff out in Blender? No worries. Ah, okay. So when I moved over to YouTube, I basically had to rebuild everything in Stream Elements because Stream Elements only ties to the account. So all my Twitch stuff was tied to my Twitch account, whereas for YouTube I had to do all new stuff because it was tied to a YouTube account. So when I came back to Twitch, all my settings were still there and nothing really went away. So I just loaded Twitch up and was able to kick back off again. The only thing I had to do was just do some admin in terms of updating my, correcting my stream decks, changing my Twitter details back over to be Twitch focused rather than YouTube focused, and yeah, just going from there really. Okay, so we've just finished up the video on rendering a bit, so there's going to be a bit more going on in this section. So this one's more about texturing. So we're going to try and make I think the donut itself look right rather than a block. It doesn't look very doughy. Right, so we're going to start working on the donut itself now. So we're going to hide the icing and we're going to hide the plane. Put a face and some arms and legs on the donut, you'll get a Cake Bash game character. I have not seen this game. What is it? Oh, that's Cake Bash. Yep, I see that. Oh, this is exciting. Right, how did he merge those areas again? Ah, there we go. Ooh. This is funky. Oh, that's funky. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, one sec. I am just trying to figure. I've lost track of him. Okay, that's not looking right. Getting there. That looks about right, actually. Does look a bit plasticky, though. Hold on, where's that? Ah, input. Right. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to get the bumpiness of the donut in. So we're going to be hooking the normal part of this node up to something else. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Whoa, okay. Yeah. There we go. We've got some of the it's starting to look a bit better now. Hold on, let me bump that up to 5. 6 perhaps? No, let's go 7.5. There we go. That looks more like it, doesn't it? That looks like a donut. Ooh, ooh, hello. Hello. There we go. I'm just killing time for this next bit of the tutorial to end. Okay, cool. This looks good. So next up, we're doing texture painting, which I imagine is going to make this look a bit more like a donut. Yeah, leave it like that. That's the point. I should go get some water. I am probably going to stream for another hour, and then I'm going to wrap it up for the day. Bear with me. I will be back in a moment. Oh. Okay, right. Where were we? No colour picker. That's annoying. Okay, I think that's all good. Let me just double check the settings. Okay. Ah. Oh, hello. Who's raiding me? Halt, who goes there? Oh, hello, Fabs. I was going to raid you at the end. How was your stream? Welcome in, everybody. How are you, lovely people? Fabs, how did your inaugural stream go? Everybody, this is Beanie Buns. She is a very, very dear friend of mine. Papaya. Oh, God, is that the raid message? She's a very dear friend of mine. We go back quite a ways, and she just started streaming today. I've been helping her out with the setups and everything. I'm trying to figure out the shout-out command. Bear with me. Which I can't seem to locate. Where is it? I'll have to find that another point. That's a shame. But yeah, if you like Final Fantasy 14, go check Beanie Buns out and go drop her a follow. She's brilliant. How did it all go in the end? Did you all have a good time? Hello, Thol Chokes. Hello, Viridian Vulps. Thank you for the follow, Thalchokes. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ah, found the command. And hopefully this should work. Boom, there you go. You can now drop a follow from chat. How cool is that? That would be Viridian, because it is the midnight. You'd say the stream went pretty well. You were a bit nervous, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. Everybody's first stream is a little bit nerve-wracking. And you did incredibly well on the numbers I saw. You did very, very well from what I was seeing. Proud of you. So, for those of you who have joined, excuse me, I'm just tripping over my own tongue. For those of you who just joined, hi, I'm Hayden. I am an autistic and ADHD powered variety streamer. At the moment, the gamers I have on the run were, what was I thinking? The games I have on the run at the moment are Hollow Knight, and I was doing Doom Eternal Ultra Nightmare runs, but my graphics card's kind of showing its age now. And for some reason, Twitch consumes GPU resources. Weird. So yeah, at the moment, I've got a day off work, so I figured that I would do a Blender tutorial. And this is Blender. It is 3D modeling software. It is free. It is on Steam. It is open source 3D modeling software. And I'm currently following a tutorial for how to make a donut. And I am making the donut. It doesn't have its icing on at the moment. What's the view? What do I want? Layout. Here we go. So if I just go, there's the icing. By the time we're done, it'll have sprinkles as well. So this is what I've been working on. This is absolutely what I have been working on at the moment. Right now, I've hidden the wrong thing. Right now, we're trying to make the donut look a bit better. I'm just chilling and watching a tutorial on YouTube. If you are interested in Blender at all, or any 3D modeling, highly recommend you give this tutorial a watch to see if it's your kind of thing. ! Tutorial in chat, and a link to the playlist will appear. Yes, Tom, I know. Who is that? Viridian Volpes, thank you very much. Thank you for the follow. Let's see, what else is there? And if there's anything else socials-wise that you guys get interested in, there's all the links coming through right now. Right, where was I? I will apologise if I'm not as chatty as I should be. I will respond to chat messages as they come through, though. So let's have a nosy at what we're doing here. I need to colour pick. Okay, and then there we go. No. Let's take the saturation down a bit. No worries, Fabs. You have yourself a good lunch. Enjoy. No worries, and I look forward to seeing you more on Twitch. Maybe I should just make it a lot whiter. Yeah, that's the colour we're going to roll with. I think that's... Okay, that's fine. Right, there we go. How does that look? Ooh, not quite. Not quite. That ain't quite it, Chief. There, that sort of disguised the join a bit. Yeah, that kind of works. Oh. Do you know, I think... Right, so it's X to switch between. Oh, it was X. I'm just on the wrong thing. Oh no, that's not what we meant to do. Okay, yeah, there. We're going to repaint this. There. Okay, we're just touching this up a little just to make it look a bit less uniform. There we are. I'm actually relatively okay with that. Save that quick. Oh, yeah. That doesn't exist. Hold on. They've renamed it since. Yeah, that I think will do. There we go. Right. I think that now might be a good time to stop. Because the next stage of the tutorial is sprinkles, and that's got quite a bit on it, which I think will be way too much time. So I've gone through four videos today. I think I've covered about, what are we looking at? Nearly 2 hours of content. No, an hour and a half of content in 2.5 hours. But all things considered, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Bring everything that we've hidden back in. That doesn't look half bad. And how does it look in cycles? It don't look too bad. It's not too bad. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. I may have regret this decision. I believe an uh-oh may be warranted here. No, it's fine. It's my CPU doing all the work. It's fine. But yeah, so it's just rendering now. And yeah, I think maybe I need to figure out the texture a little bit more. It could do with being a bit bumpier, because it still looks kind of solid. It kind of just looks a bit too smooth, perhaps. But that's something I'll look at next time. That is something I will look at next time. Overall, I'm very, very pleased with how far we've gotten with it. Right then, I think that's all. Now, who is currently live on Twitch? Who is live? Who is live? Who out of my friends is live that I would want to raid right now? Let's see. We've got Kamixiel playing The Legend of Zelda. We've got Ryan shiny hunting in Pokemon. Do you know what? I'm going to hand you all over to Ryan. So we're going to raid Ryan Was Taken. And yeah, go show Ryan some love. He is doing I believe he's doing a living shiny dex of the for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and he has been doing incredibly so far. So go check him out. Go show him some love. If you like what he does, drop him a follow. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, please remember to drop the channel a follow. It really means a lot to me. And you can also find me on Twitter, Discord, and YouTube in the links coming through chat right now. Thank you very much, everybody. Have yourselves a lovely rest of the afternoon and evening, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.